Devi Sajjano, welcome to my astrology channel. Today I'm going to talk about Mars transit in Aries. Before I start my video, I would like to request you all guys that check my description section for consultation and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you have any comments, leave your comments below. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. This transit can be taken from either ascendant, lagna, or from the moon sign. So it will resonate in both ways. So if you are different lagna and the moon sign, then check for both of your signs, the lagna sign as well as the moon sign. So for the Aries folks, it is transiting in its own sign and in the first house. So the first house is mainly deals with your own personality and your whole body. So you'll have a lot of energy into you. So always try to channelize this energy for good, for taking care of yourself and maybe your health, and also there could be some kind of tussle or friction with your mother, and you may spend your energy on doing some house renovation or some improvement at your home. And also Mars is basically the fiery energy, so tame this energy and do not get into any arguments with your family people at home, and also with your wife or your partner, since it's also looking at your seventh house and eighth house as well. So if you're not married, and there is a good chance that you may you may end up with some illegal relationship, so be careful about that as well. For Taurus folks, the transit is going to be in your 12th house. So, 12th house of losses and the sleep and the bed life. So, you will put a lot of energy into this. So, since it is too much of energy in there, you may not get sound sleep. So, be aware of that. And also, there could be some unnecessary spending of money. It could be for good or for bad. So be watchful of any kind of expenses, and also it is looking at your third house. So third house of your sibling, so there could be some arguments between you and your sibling or the neighbors or your friends. So that is what I can see from there, and it is also looking at your sixth house. So sixth house of litigation. If you are dealing with the litigations, try to handle with care, and you may end up fighting with your enemies or those who have the business. People who works under you may show the aggression, or you may show the aggression on them. So be aware of that, and those who are giving the competitive exams, they will do well during this time period. And also be and also dealing with your wife and the business partner, your life partner. Be careful with them. This is not the time to have a heated argument with them. It's the time will pass. Just wait for the right time, and if you have any conflict, resolve it. Do not escalate too much. It's not the right time. For Gemini folks, Mars is transiting in your 11th house of incoming gains. So, in order to gain your wealth, or in order to receive the money from your work, you may have to have some kind of argument or some kind of friction between you and the HR manager or something like that. It may happen, and also it also shows the network. So don't get into argument too much of arguments with your friends and the network circles. If any such situation comes up, deal with carefully, diplomatically. And it is also looking at your second house of your speech and family and the savings. So you may in your family, it may also seem that you may end up having some kind of harsh voice in your family members, with your family members. So try avoiding that as well, and it will definitely create some carving for having more food. So that is what I can see. And also if you are into love relationship, that is also seen that there could be some kind of arguments with your beloved ones, so be aware of that. And if you're already married, you may have some kind of tough words with your children. And also it's looking at the sixth house, so sixth house of litigation. Be aware of the litigation, and also you will do, if you are taking some the competitive exams, you guys will do better on that front. For Cancer folks, it is Mars is transiting in your 10th house. 10th house is very good for your career. You will put a lot of efforts into completing the projects, and maybe you're starting off the new projects, but do not get into any conflict with your people or the boss, surrounding people. And also when you want to go and get some work done from the government or public institutions, deal with diplomatically. And also you may put a lot of effort. I think this is a good time to go to the gym, so that you can lose your weight and take care of yourself. Also, don't get into arguments at home or with your mother, and also with your children, if you have, or your beloved partner. That is what I can see from this transit. For Leo folks, the Mars transit is happening in the ninth house. So ninth house of a long distance travel. You may take up a long distance travel, or you may put a lot of energy if you're into studying. You may put a lot of energy and into the studies, higher studies. And that kind of stuff. And since it's traveling, since it is transiting in ninth house, don't get into argument with your dad, mother. So that is what dad, mother, and your younger sibling as well. Take care of these things. Virgo folks, Mars is transiting in your 8th house, so this will create unnecessary aggression, ups and sudden downs in your up and downs in your energy and aggression. So be very careful about those things. And also with respect to your income, this transit will I can see that there is ups and downs in your income level as well. And also don't get into heated argument with your family members or your younger sibling. That is what I can see. Otherwise, everything looks fine. And those who are into research and occult sciences, they will put a lot of energy into their work. That is what I can see from this transit. For Libra folks, Mars is transiting in your 7th house for relationship and business partnership. So when dealing with your business partners and your spouse, be very careful about how you talk with them, because this is not a good time to have aggression. So Mars will create a lot of energy into those areas, and it will create an aggression. be aware of be aware of that. However, you will do very well at your work life. Your work life will be very good during this transit, and you will put some effort into improving your own health and how you look, and maybe you will spend some time at the gym. That is what I can see, and try avoid any kind of conflict within your home and money related matters. Scorpio folks, Mars is transiting in your sixth house. I would say it is good in a way. And don't get too much into borrowing of the money. If you already borrowed, try to. It's a good time to pay back, and then don't get into the debt. Good time to take any competitive exams and get successes in this litigation. Also, you may get success in that, and you may put a lot of energy into them. Some long distance traveling, maybe visiting the spiritual places, and some improving your knowledge with respect to higher education, taking some online courses or something. That is what I can see from there. But don't get into an argument with your father. And this transit also seen that a lot of energy in your 12th house. Uh, there will be some nights which you will spend without sleep. That is what I can see. Overall, it is a good transit for you guys. Sagittarius people. For Sagittarius people, Mars is transiting in your fifth house. So you'll spend some romantic time with your partner. That is what I can see from here. You'll have a lot of passion with respect to creativity and romance and love relationship. However, try avoiding any kind of arguments with them, with your partner, and also don't put too much of aggression towards your children, and try avoiding any kind of illicit relationship in your life. This time is not a good time to uh, have it. So, and also be very careful with your network circle, and also you this transit also seen that there will be some disturbance in your sleep, and also some expenses are seen during this transit. For Capricorn folks, Mars is transiting in the fourth house. Good time to buy a house and do renovation and that kind of stuff. So do some renovations and do some house improvements, and don't get into argument with your mother. And in terms of your in terms of your career, this is a good time. So you'll finish projects in time, and also you may take up some business initiatives as well. And because of that, obviously your earning means also improve. For Aquarius folks, the Mars is transiting in your third house. So third house of initiatives. You may take initiative in opening up your own online trading or any kind of new skill or improvement in your skills. That is also seen. And watch about your communication skills, because this Mars will have some aggressive speech. So it gives you aggressive speech during this time period, so be very careful about what you speak with other people. And good for the students who are taking exams, competitive exams, they will do well in that, but not good for litigation. And don't take a debt during this time period. And also don't get into argument with your father. Good time to hire for higher education and career as well. For Pisces Lagna, the Mars transit is in your second house of your savings and wealth. So you will save some money during this time period. How and you will put a lot of energy in doing that for savings. But don't have any kind of arguments with your family members. Deal with very diplomatically with your family members. That is what I can see from there. And you may develop some kind of and don't worry too much about upbringing of your children, and go easy on them, because it's not a good time to put restriction towards them. And those who are into love and relationship, it's a good time for romance and all, because you will show a lot of passion into that, but no heated arguments. There will be some kind of ups and downs in terms of aggression, um, and also you will put a lot of energy into researching something which is underground, or which is not free from the normal people. And a good time for learning and long distance travel. And don't get into the arguments with your father. That is what I can see from this transit. However, my remedy for this Mars is worshipping Lord Kartikeya or Subramanya is the good way to overcome or reduce the effect of Mars during this time period. And every day when you wake up, and if you drink first water in the morning, uh, look into the water and say the name of the god. The ruling deity of the Mars is Kartikeya. If you just say a few times into the water and then drink that water, that will also help you guys. As you guys know that water has memory. There is a lot of research with regards to that, and you can find a lot of videos with respect to the water memory. That's what I wanted to say about this transit, and hope to see you guys in next video. Thank you.